crazy conversations on money with money alchemist Priyanka, the podcast where we dive in the beliefs and habits that hold us back from experiencing the true abundance. Today, we are thrilled to have Priyanka Panday, a money trauma coach, here to guide us through healing financial blocks and shifting into a wealth conscious mindset. Priyanka, welcome to the podcast. We are so excited to have you with us today to explore what creates financial struggles and, more importantly, how to transform our relationship with money.
Thank you very much, Yoga, for having me here. Thank you for inviting, and I'm excited what questions you are going to throw on us.
We are excited to. Priyanka, can you start by sharing what you mean by money trauma? How does trauma, even if it isn't directly related to finances, influence our relationship with money?
So, a trauma is anything
Mm,
which is too much for the body to bear. Now, it can be little bit, it can be this much. But if it is too much, it is a trauma.
mm,
Anything that has happened or anything that has not happened,
mm,
but it has created some kind of impact upon you and your psychology. And it has created some shift in its harmony or in its relationship with money. If I'm talking about money, then it is a trauma which has created an impact and a fracture which is leading to some block, some energy which is now in the in the in that space which is now obstructing that harmonious flow. So that's what the money trauma is.
yeah, so fascinating. It sounds like we sometimes carry invisible financial struggles from past experience, right?
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
are some of the common signs that someone might be dealing with these money blocks without even realizing it?
Some common blocks can be like a person is not able to earn money.
Mm,
They are capable, they are qualified, but they are not earning money. They can't find the opportunities. They are stuck with limited earning resources only.
mm,
There is a glass ceiling, there is a cap beyond which a person is not able to grow. They feel scared with money, they lose money, they can't save money. And whenever it comes in surplus, they somehow find some way through which it goes out, maybe through disease, maybe through some fraud, maybe through some theft, or anyways, it goes away. And these are the very common signs of holding on to the money traumas. If one has to know, like, am I holding that money trauma? So these are the sign to know that yes, there are.
how do childhood and family conditioning influence our money mindset? Are there specific early experiences or messages we tend to carry in adulthood?
So the childhood experiences, see, since the time of conception as a
Mm,
fetus in the womb, or before 6 months, we can say, the energy is already there
mm,
until the age of 7 years. It's a crucial period where everything is not directly given to a child, but it is absorbed by the child. So anything if is not in alignment to the child, which is giving the message to child that there is no abundance, there is scarcity, there is insecurity in parents, they are fighting for money, they are worried about the future child, they are worried about the expansion of family, and the child is absorbing, not listening exactly, not
absorb.
understanding exactly, but absorbing in the feet as a fetus in the womb
Mm,
that there is some problem with the money.
they
My
sense.
parents are not feeling safe.
Mm,
The outside world is full of scarcity. There is lack. One cannot find enough to feel safe.
mm,
Now these are the programmings that have been absorbed by the child unknowingly, and thus very crucial decisions and very crucial programmings have already been given inside the womb to the child, not by parents, but absorbed by the child, fetus. And now, similar reality a child sees when a child faces the world. A child is demanding for a small toy, but parents cannot give, or parents are asking, why you need this? A child doesn't know anything, but they know but a child knows that the need has to be justified. Then only it can be given, it can be fulfilled. So these are the small things which create the building blocks for the entire life, and especially around the financial aspects. So childhood and family beliefs, family conditioning holds seriously a very significant role in life. It plays really significant role, and that is what is actually building the life of child.
You work with clients to shift their beliefs around money, right? Could you walk us through how limiting beliefs form and what happens in the mind and body when we carry these beliefs for years?
So as I told in the last examples, these are the beliefs that we carry, right? And a body is energy, space, and a consciousness. Body is nothing, but it's solidified, but it's actually a space, consciousness, and energy.
Mm,
When I say space and when I say energy, it means that energy of good, energy of bad. If the beliefs are not in harmony, in alignment to bringing the abundance, so they are actually negative energy or not so good energy. It is also inside the body and holding the space of the body. So in relation to money, if money has to be inside, you need some space. So if the house is already filled with lots of things, you can't bring in anything new. To bring in something, you need to either remove something or adjust or make more
go for it.
space,
Mm,
right? So in order to have more money and have money, and in order to clear the energy and make a good relationship with money, the body has to have that space, and that space is filled with energy. And now energy can be good or bad, and energy can never be created nor destroyed. It only changes forms. So the bad energy or the traumatic energy or the traumatic experience and memories are just like our only energy which needs to be changed. And once they are changed, they create the space for the better things. And better
mm,
things is abundance. It can be money, riches, wealth, anything. Then
interesting. What are some of the most common limiting beliefs and how do you help clients start to identify with themselves?
so the limiting beliefs are common limiting beliefs are money is hard to earn.
Mm,
You need to be very much qualified to have to
mm,
earn good money. Only people who have excelled in their academics can do well. Businesses cannot do well. Job is secure. Businesses are insecure. Money is root cause of all evils. If
evil. We
money
have to
comes,
work hard.
then other problems come. Relationships are spoils, or a health problem comes, and whatnot. Money makes a person bad. So all
Greedy.
these are very common beliefs that we see in people.
Mm,
And how do we identify? See, these are very common ones, which are on tips. But I have seen in in clients that people have weird beliefs.
mm,
One of my client, I worked with him, and he had this problem that he could not save money. He could not have money.
mm,
And when I inquired and was working with that client, I found that he had this severe belief that if he keeps money in the wallet,
mm,
the saved money, even in the wallet, is not safe. It can be, it can be stolen,
mm,
right? And so that person did not keep, did not used to keep the money in the wallet even. So he never used to keep wallet. He had
okay.
no bank account.
Mm, mm, mm.
He had no bank account because his belief was that if I'll keep the money in the bank, it will be stolen.
Mm,
Now, see, if you haven't created spaces for money to
money.
come
Mm,
and be there because you had some belief, and that is a very limiting belief, how can money come?
yeah, that's true. Mm,
So that these are the weird beliefs, the common beliefs I told you, but this was the weird belief that I found. It's not a judgment, but it's
yeah.
something that I just wanted to bring here, that something which you cannot even imagine that you are thinking and you are behaving around, and that's creating some problem that you are going for the healing.
Mm,
These are the limiting, peculiar limiting beliefs that are present in all of us somewhere,
yeah.
but that's creating that reality. So
Mm,
how do we find, your next question was, so what I used to do, I ask my clients to make, I do the digging with them first of
mm,
all. When we
mm,
come to the core, then from there I start the healing process.
mm.
And then I make them question their own belief, whether that belief is true for them or
True.
not. And if it is really true, first of all, when they realize it is not true, that the thing is already there, like the thing is complete there. They
Mm,
know that no, this is not true. But then if they say no, this seems true because this was the past experience they was going through, then
mm,
for that I say that okay, who told? And then from where they have learned, and then go to that core and that root, and from there do the digging process, and whatever comes then do the we do I do the healing then.
mm.
That is how I make them, my client understand where it is stemming from. Ultimately it is not there,
Yeah.
that's
Mm,
true, but
mm.
till the time it is not found where it is coming from, it has to be dug.
Yeah. Mm. That's very like you just directly go to the roots of the belief where it was started and from whom it came, and is that
Yeah.
true for, yeah, so it's like breaking down the barrier first and then taking out
See,
the
human mind is a very logical mind, right?
mm, mm,
We need to know. We know something is not true for me.
mm,
I know that something is not true for me. But in order to believe me that something is not true for me, I need to know why it is not true for me.
mm,
And until and unless I know, I don't know, I can't believe that
mm,
yes, do I really want to now leave it?
mm,
Once you are willing to leave it, or you are willing to make your inner child, or make yourself understand that no, there is other possibility, and why now that is possible,
mm,
your logical mind cannot understand that.
mm.
So healing is very much about, uh, very much about transmuting the energy, plus plus questioning your own self with the coaching work.
Which is holding you back,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think many people struggle with feeling of deserving wealth, even if they consciously want it, they like struggle, right? How important is self-worth in the process of creating financial abundance?
See, uh, we are the creator of our life.
Mm,
So whatever we are being, doing, and creating,
mm,
that is our conscious choice.
mm,
Okay. Now, until and unless the creator is believing on self,
mm,
how can that creation be ever be possible?
mm,
Now, if I am not trusting myself, and my self concept means my own thought process about myself is really, it's deteriorated. Means if it
mm,
is deteriorated to the extent that I am doubting myself, doubting whether I have done it right or not, doubting whether am I capable of it or not, am I deservable? How can I
mm,
get it? How can I do it? How can I create this much? If I am constantly in the doubt, then definitely it is going to become really very difficult for me to do anything. And forget about earning money. It is about anything in life.
mm,
But the moment I or anyone is trusting themselves and have created a kind of image
mm,
which is the higher image of them, that higher image of them is going to bring that higher version reality for them. And that's the reason it's very important what all self concepts we have attached with ourselves, what
mm,
all identities we are going through with, means we are carrying. Many times we carry the identities of our mother,
mm,
our friends,
mm,
our colleagues, because somewhere we resonate or somewhere we try to fit into their reality. And why do we need
mm,
to fit with them? It's our inner desire. We want to be among crowd, to
mm.
feel safe, or to make them feel
To feel,
comfortable with
to
us.
have the connection. Yeah.
Yes. And that fitment thing somewhere unconsciously fits us with them,
Mm,
and their lacks, their problems, because we believe that, oh, she is not doing something, how can I do?
mm,
And if I am doing, that will be maybe somewhere it will be wrong as a
mm,
friend
mm,
on my part. Now
mm.
this is out of loyalty actually,
Yeah.
but this happens
Mm,
unknowingly,
mm,
and that's a really hampering thing. So how many identities and masks are we carrying? How many
mm.
masks are we carrying? Means where are we hiding ourself, our real self?
With
And
whose
why are we
lens we are
hiding?
viewing
Yeah,
the world
yeah,
as well.
there are identities that we carry. There
Mm,
can be good identities, bad identities, accordingly with the things you see in life. There are masks also, good masks, bad masks.
mm,
But why do you need those masks and identities? So it's not that we don't carry those identities and masks, but
mm,
actually it is important to identify where our masks, where our identities, and these masks and identities, what kind of concepts are getting created about myself, because those concepts are only going to create the reality of my life then for me. And that's the reason self-worth becomes the most crucial thing.
mm,
And as far as earning money or life, anything in life is required.
mm. Yeah, totally can resonate and agree with what you say. Once someone start to recognize limiting beliefs, what practical steps they can take to begin shifting their mindset? Are there any tools or exercise you recommend for daily practice?
Yeah. See, it's very important for anyone to basically identify their beliefs, and they can identify them while they are talking, not
Mm,
talking to anyone else, but when they are talking to themselves.
themselves.
And actually, when they are thinking, they should be aware as to what they are thinking and make a note of that. They can keep a small mini diary with them, notepad, and they can jot down all the negative thoughts that they are getting.
Mm,
And then they can sit down and do a simple EFT tapping
mm,
on their body just to clear that energy. They can simply say, I let go this energy, I let go
mm,
this thought, I let go this thought, and everything that is associated with this thought, and they can just let that go. They
mm,
can let go this way
mm,
also. And then they can just say that I choose to believe that I am abundant. I choose to believe that I deserve this. So this way, they can just program their body. It's nothing, just a very simple thing. But doing anything just to clear that block helps. So this
yeah.
is one thing. This
Mm,
is just a one thing. Believing, just thinking of that thought and choosing that I am now willing to leave this thought
mm,
is also one of practice.
mm.
against all the limiting beliefs.
mm,
Write down the affirmations, and then every day just write them 4 to 5 affirmations every day for three times minimum
mm, mm,
in a notepad.
mm,
And the best thing that I have experienced is that if you take one affirmation and you are doing that affirmation every day in front of mirror,
mm,
especially when you are uh, going off to sleep, and
mm,
in the morning as you wake up, if you are on your bed, then also you can just do it. And then on your bed sleeping and getting up, you can do that. And in the meanwhile, in the afternoon, you can do once you are brushing your teeth or all something, then
mm,
you can do. Doing in front of mirror helped me a lot. So this is also something. So these are the few things that means the simplest thing that you can do is to affirm something,
mm.
and this doesn't require anything. And that's what I recommend. Tapping, and while tapping, releasing,
Affirmation.
consciously choosing
Mm.
to release and choosing to have something new, a new good affirmation, and reciting it or writing it or chanting it in any way helps.
Can
Yeah.
you talk about the role of gratitude in creating wealth? Some people think it's just a feel good practice, but it's actually quite powerful, isn't it?
Yeah. Gratitude is powerful.
Mm,
It's, yeah, it brings feel good factor,
mm,
but it's just not a feel good factor thing.
mm,
We feel good. Why? Because we come into the feeling of having
having.
already,
Mm,
and we count our blessings.
mm,
When we count our blessings and feel that we are already blessed,
mm,
and I have so many things already,
mm,
then ocean of lacks, the
mm,
ocean of lack actually diminishes its
mm,
significance.
mm,
It vanishes.
mm,
So, so you come into now as you do the gratitude practice,
mm.
and when you are in now and when you are in having, you feel safe.
Yeah.
The root chakra feels there is safety in the root chakra.
Mm,
You feel grounded at the same time,
mm,
and when all of this is aligned and is present in you, when you create something from this space, you
mm,
actually create and see the ripple effect of this space in life.
mm,
So gratitude is just not a feel good factor. It's feel good factor, but why? It has a big meaning behind it. And when you understand this meaning brings the safety, and the
mm.
safety reflects in your future, in your life, as a ripple effect or as a consequence.
We often think of money as a purely a number game, right? But there is also an emotional and physical side to it. How does our physical state, particularly our nervous system, impact our ability to attract wealth?
Body is our nervous system only, okay?
Mm,
And the money is also all about body. If there is no body, the money is no more a requirement for us.
mm,
Soul doesn't need anything, body needs everything. So the nervous system, the the one important quality of nervous system is, the most important aspect of nervous system is that it dwells on safety.
mm,
So if it is not feeling safe for something, it won't allow you to do something. It will bring a lot of resistance.
mm.
It's just not about money and finances, it's also about anything else.
Yeah.
And we can't feel, when the nervous system is not feeling safe about anything.
Mm,
So as you were talking about money and a digit, so if some digit is very safe and comfortable and a normal for a nervous system,
mm,
you won't be you the body is not at all bothered to feel any hesitation or resistance towards that kind of money.
mm,
Either it is about earning or it is about spending. But
mm,
if there is a digit towards which our body is feeling significant, or if it is giving too much of emphasis, or if it is a overwhelming digit for the body will not feel safe, and the body will somehow create some of the negative responses towards that that particular figure. Maybe
mm,
you will create lots of internal blocks which will not allow you to earn that figure, or somehow if you earn that figure you will not be able to sustain with that figure, that amount of money you will lose it somehow.
mm,
And the best example here I can give is that the lottery ticket.
mm,
When people win lottery suddenly, that is a sudden money that comes in, but you have also heard that they have lost it somehow, they could not make or use it in a good way.
mm,
It's a very common thing that we hear. Why does it happen? Because the nervous system was like this for
mm,
them,
mm,
and they could hold only suppose 1 lakh or whatever amount as per the country.
mm,
If it is some, if out of 100, if a body was comfortable for 20, but body got 110,
mm,
the nervous system will feel overwhelmed and will collapse, and
mm,
would do everything to just get rid of that extra money,
mm,
so that it can remain only, be with only 20, which
mm,
was safe for the nervous system.
mm,
And inside our body, as I said, that it is a energy, space, and consciousness.
mm,
Inside the body, what is the response of the nervous system when nervous system is looking at some digit, perceiving some digit? So
mm,
suppose if some digit is giving a kind of fear
mm,
that it's not possible for me to earn this much, or it's not safe, if I earn also I will lose, or
mm,
it is going to harm. Here comes the limiting beliefs. More money will lead to this. If
mm.
money will come, then the relationship will spoil. So any
That
kind of,
number doesn't feel home to the body, right?
yeah, and that
Mm,
number is, first of all, the number was already not at home with us,
mm,
the
mm,
body. And
mm,
you already had that, the amount which is bigger than what is normal for you
mm,
is not actually a normal money for you. It's
mm,
not a safe money for you.
mm,
In both the cases, when you combine together, the body will somehow reject the money, though consciously you would be loving to have that money.
mm,
But subconsciously, something or the other will come that you will not even either aspire to have that kind of money then. And when
mm,
this happens, it is the energy of unsafety, fear, overwhelm that gets created in the body, and that means
mm,
it is there in the body, which is occupying the space of the body, which is the nervous system.
mm,
And so you have to delete or dissipate that space, that negative energy from that space, so
mm.
that there can be space in the nervous system to have that kind of money.
The desired amount.
And
Mm.
for that we do different kind of trauma works. We see how the problem is coming from, where these are coming, where these
The
programmings have
roots.
been made,
Mm.
and then we do the work, and that's what it is.
Okay, I
I
totally love
hope I
it.
have explained the thing.
Yeah, 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 totally, totally. Now, I just want you to tell this. What would you say, or some self-care or grounding practice for our listeners to help soothe their nervous system around money, especially?
So first of all, understanding that money is only an energy.
Mm,
It's just like an oxygen
mm,
present in atmosphere.
mm,
Just believing this fact calms the nervous system that money is nothing superficial which we have made it,
mm,
but just an energy which is like an oxygen. We don't think whether the next breath will come in or not,
mm,
but we think whether money will come in or not,
mm,
because we have made it a very significant thing.
mm,
So believing that it is just an energy like an oxygen helps a lot.
mm. As simple as that.
Yeah, believing.
Mm,
The second
mm,
thing is, if you have to ask for the technique self-care thing, box breathing is good. Box breathing is taking, inhaling for the count of 4,
mm,
holding it for the count of 4,
mm,
exhaling for the count of 4, and then holding for the count of 4.
mm,
It's a very relaxing breath work which
mm,
can be done to ground
mm,
the energy,
mm,
right? You can
mm.
inhale the energy of the money for count of 4,
Mm.
hold the money for the count of 4,
Okay.
exhale the lack for the in the on count of 4,
Mm,
and then hold your breath uh, for as a grounding level, at the grounding level,
mm,
as if you are grounded now.
mm,
Do this practice and you will feel not only grounded but abundant as well.
mm,
Then all obviously giving thanks to yourself, everything around you, to the
mm,
universe, and just saying, chanting thank you, thank you, thank you brings you back into the now and having feeling, which
mm,
brings you into which takes you into abundant mode,
mm.
and that brings a safety and a groundedness in you. So
Yeah.
thank you, saying, chanting thank you is a very good thing.
Mm.
And just
That's
smile, and just smile.
smile. Okay.
Yeah, just smile
Okay.
and breathe
That's
in and out.
mm. That's what the association with money and oxygen is like very simple, and I think it's very profound. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Tell me now. This many people might not realize that their money beliefs could be inherited, right? How does generational trauma around money affect us today? How can we start to break free from it?
So we are the package
Mm,
delivery of all that is from past.
mm,
We are not an individual, but we
mm.
are in oneness with others.
Our
So,
ancestors. Mm,
so everything that has happened in the past, the hardships, the sufferings, the trauma, the struggles, anything that they have gone through,
mm,
basically they have created, or actually it's a human tendency to create the meaning and associations with things,
mm,
whatever happens. And similarly, the ancestors have also gone through some kind of whatever good or bad they have gone through. And
mm,
if they have created some association and meanings around that,
mm,
it can be healthy, it can be unhealthy.
mm,
But then that passes on to our belief system through the DNA.
mm,
And that's how we become the culmination of their beliefs, if it is not directly or indirectly absorbed by us, then
mm,
also.
mm,
And so it becomes very important. If it is good and it is a gift, then definitely we will enjoy it. But if something is not good
mm,
and it is very heavy
mm,
and it is blocking the entire generation, and if you are vigilant enough to understand and look into the matter, what is happening actually,
mm.
then you need to go for the healing
Okay.
in order to heal it.
Mm,
Otherwise, if you also just believe it to be a destiny, then you will continue to pass on to the next generation and four generations.
mm.
And it will pass on, just pass on.
Okay.
So somebody in the family system have to be vigilant enough
To break the pattern.
to stand up and break the cycle and
Mm.
do the trauma work.
Yeah. The God's chosen one.
Yeah, like us,
Uh, yeah,
like
true,
us.
true. What's one small action someone could take today to start healing these generational patterns around money? Any tips from your side?
To have better finances,
Mm,
I think goal setting is something which is very crucial. People
mm,
ignore this goal setting thing. I have
mm,
ignored for many years.
mm,
I never made any goal, but I feel when you have direction,
mm,
you move faster
mm.
rather than distracting here and there.
Yeah. Mm,
So I believe one should have goal, and a realistic goal, smart goal.
mm,
Smart goal, specific,
mm,
measurable,
mm,
achievable,
mm,
realistic,
mm.
and time bound.
Wow. Yeah. Mm,
So it should be a smart goal, and then when you have that goal, you walk toward that goal easily, and for that also you have from end to start goal, like
mm.
you are at the end of what the end place is, where you are right now, where you want to be
Oh.
in
Mm,
future.
mm,
The start point is where you are right now. The next goal becomes the every subsequent action that you are taking, and there is one main goal which becomes the quantum jump
mm,
towards your end goal.
mm,
So there is a smart goal, smart move. Then there is
mm,
next move. Then there is mean move, and then it comes to the your end goal. And when you walk in this way towards
mm,
your goal, smart goal,
mm,
you 100% reach there.
mm. Yeah, you mean to say like even if you take one step, that is like you are moving forward towards your goal, and that's going to help you
Yes.
quantum jump, like not one step at a time. Like sometimes it might
So
happen.
see,
Mm, mm,
taking a small, simple steps are taking you
your goal.
towards your goal.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
When you do anything honestly towards your goal,
mm,
God gives you a chance to create a quantum leap.
mm.
That
Like
becomes a
massive.
mean goal. That
Mm,
becomes a mean goal, which takes
mm,
you towards your end goal, the
mm,
desired result, in some way which you don't even understand. But you say,
mm,
oh, how come this happened?
mm. Yeah.
And that is the beauty of taking small steps, which are
Mm,
next level goals,
mm,
everyday small goals.
yeah.
And I've learned this in after several years that creating a smart goal is very important. When I was doing NLP,
Mm,
at that time, I learned that creating a smart goal is really important. And
okay.
that's one big thing that I can say. If people
Mm,
start doing this and then recognize
mm,
where you are stopping, what is
mm,
stopping,
mm,
what is creating that resistance, why
mm,
you don't want to move to the next step. Suppose you have to show up, but you don't want to show up. What
mm,
is stopping you from showing up?
mm,
So if something you know, understand, then it's okay.
mm,
Then dig further that what is this pattern, and where I acknowledged, where I went through the similar thing, what fear I have. See, you need to dig yourself up, and you need to question yourself up in order to move forward.
mm,
And the question you asked was very simple: what are the simple steps they can take? I gave very elaborated answer of smart goal and start to end goal, and
yeah.
I explained that also.
Mm,
But ultimately the idea is create smart goal
mm. To
and
create a
move
set point,
towards it.
right? Yeah.
Yes, and move one
Mm,
every day towards that point.
taking action. Mm,
Yeah. And saying this is not enough, because you get a lot of resistance. You are going to get through to face a lot of challenges and fears.
mm,
You will have to face them, and still you will have to do that, them
mm.
do that, take the action. You will have to face them, and you'll have to question yourself, still have the guts to show up, and that is the process.
Yeah. That is like that makes a lot of sense and a lot of meaning actually. Where you set your goal, have a clarity, and work towards that daily, and one day you receive your reward from God, and you don't know how it happened and why
You
it
know,
happened. Yeah.
god also
Mm,
pays you, where
mm,
God sees
mm,
that you are taking honest actions.
mm,
And I have always seen that
mm,
my life is only the result of honesty,
mm,
and honesty to no one but to myself
mm,
first,
mm.
and that is seen by God. That's it.
And moments like taking action every
Yes,
day. Mm,
people people may not recognize or acknowledge your honesty.
mm. But
That's
God
okay.
does. Mm,
But if I am honest with myself, I know that yes, I am
mm,
taking actions. I am doing my work. Not today, if not
mm,
today, but someday God will reward me.
mm,
Universe will reward me, and
mm,
it's the accumulated energy that I am creating every day. Maybe
mm,
the reward is not coming every day to me,
mm,
but one day this accumulation will bring the massive results in my favor.
mm. Yeah,
That's it.
that's like I'm awestruck with what you told because even when people lose their confidence, like they don't see the result and they lose their confidence. But God knows when to give and what to give. You just have to put your effort blindly, surrendering it to Him towards your goal. whatever the goal might be, right? Big or small, and you say it's definitely gonna come true, right?
Yeah, yeah, to say this is very small thing, but to do
Mm,
is very important, very big
mm,
thing.
mm,
It becomes very difficult to do this surrender
mm,
work.
mm,
When we take actions and we don't see result,
mm,
it's we are human beings.
mm.
We have expectations.
Yeah.
When we don't see it once and
Mm,
then second time and then third time, it's very natural to feel overwhelmed, feel uh, depressed, not happy,
mm,
sad.
mm.
But then this is the challenge.
Yeah.
Move beyond. Show must go
Mm.
on.
Yeah. That's very inspiring to listen this from you. Mm. Now let's talk about embodying abundance. What are some ways to genuinely feel abundant, even if your bank account doesn't match that to your mindset yet?
So
Mm.
people have this belief that money is only cash. And if they know that money is energy, so they
Mm.
understand that money is energy and they understand that money is cash or digit.
Mm.
But they don't understand that everything that they have in their home, in their life, is actually the other form of energy.
Mm.
When you go out, you buy a mobile,
Mm.
you pay 1 lakh rupee or 80,000 rupees or however, whatever, you pay that amount and then you buy the mobile of equal amount.
Mm. That's an
So
exchange.
you are actually giving the money in cash or digit, but
Mm.
you are buying the money
Mm.
in the form of mobile of the equal amount.
Yeah.
So if you see, if a person is sitting at home and feeling scarcity,
Mm.
lack in life,
Mm.
nothing is happening, nothing is in the life, they can just see their mobile, which is always in our hands.
Ah. Mm.
That is a money.
Mm.
The laptop is money, the
Mm.
internet is money,
Mm.
the home is money, the utensils are money, the furniture is money, and food is money. And everything, if you see, is coming
Mm.
from money and it's the other form of money.
Yeah. Mm.
How can a person say that there is a scarcity of money? Howsoever less they have, they still
Mm.
have,
Yeah.
but in the other form. So if they acknowledge this and if they can understand this, anytime if they feel so, and if they see around them
Mm.
and say that yes, everything is the other form of money I have.
Mm.
So I have money and I am
Mm.
abundant. They can breathe in this abundance and this feeling of having already in
Mm.
front of their eyes. They have that evidence. They can just see, feel the abundance, the having, and just breathe in. Again, they will come back to the normal.
Mm.
They will come back to the ground. They will come back to the safety. They will come back into the zone of having,
Mm.
which will then eventually produce the appreciation and the gratitude, which is the embodiment of
Abundance.
money, abundance, and
Mm.
prosperity.
Okay. Lastly, I'd love for you to share a powerful success story, maybe a client or your personal experience where shifting their money mindset led to a big financial breakthrough.
So I'll tell you my client's story.
Okay.
So I had a client,
Mm.
and when he came to me, he had just he was on the package of 12 lakh rupees
Mm.
per annum,
Mm.
and was not happy with the job. He
Mm.
was very qualified,
Mm.
but he was not happy with the package because it was not helping him to meet
Mm.
his monthly expenses even. So when he came to me, he just asked me that I am not happy with my package. I want to raise it.
Mm.
And is anything possible? I said, okay, go ahead. Let's do work. Let's work and then see. We just worked for a couple of days, and then he said that he is going through
Mm.
some interviews with a couple of interviews with a few companies, and he has got a good good he's getting good responses in his pers- each session of interview
Mm.
that's going in the company, and the profile was a big profile. So when we were working, so that person was that my client was offered as 40 lakh rupees per
Mm.
annum from 12 to 14. So
Mm.
he wasn't expecting 40 lakh package.
Mm.
Initially, he was expecting around 18 to 20 lakh maximum, because this is the industry norm. You can't get this much of hike.
Mm.
But after working with me for a couple of days,
Mm.
somehow he got this offer, and then the offer was of 40 lakh per annum from 12 lakh. It was
Okay.
200% hike. Yeah, it
Mm.
was just 200% hike, right?
Okay.
And then he had this problem that oh my god, this is a big company, and I worked in MNCs, but it is a big four
Mm.
company,
Mm.
and I cannot survive here. How will it be possible for me to deliver my best?
Mm.
We worked on that. We worked on that. You
Mm.
won't believe, since last 5 years he is the best employee. Beginning he was fumbling
Mm.
that how will he give the presentation to the big shots, to the big
Mm.
leaders,
Mm.
um, to the big leaders of the world.
Mm.
But then I worked on the communication and the presentation skills of that person as well.
Mm.
He gives flawless presentations, and he conducts big seminars and all, and
Mm.
gives the presentation to the owner of the company as well, the big
Okay.
shot.
Okay.
And he has been in the appreciation list of every leader in the company.
Mm.
He was wondering how will he survive, how will he be able to uh, work from outside, like earlier in his previous company he used to have such kind of environment where he could just work from home and
Mm.
could take care of the child as well
Mm.
if the wife goes for the job, right?
Mm.
Now how will he take care of the child in such a big company? We
Mm.
did the healing around that as well. You won't
Okay.
believe.
Okay.
COVID came, and for
Mm.
2 years they sat at home. After COVID, also, you can see that people are
Yeah,
not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
home.
So
They
many
are not
work
going to
from
home,
home.
and they
Mm.
are sitting at home and going for 2 days in a week. And they are
Mm.
still
Mm.
maintaining the same thing. 2 days a wife goes, and 2 days husband goes. And they're taking care of the baby and doing
It's like
everything. Even
universe
baby
had
is
taken care of them and their baby as well.
anything is possible. I
Yeah.
know that with healings, anything is possible. So
Mm.
they did that thing. And with the appreciation and with the appraisals, right
Mm.
now, in 5 years,
Mm.
from 12 lakh, he is on the package of 1 crore plus.
Oh my God. It's a massive,
Yes,
it's a massive shift.
yes. And he hasn't stopped taking healings. Not He is not taking continuously.
Mm.
As and when this is required, he takes
It
healing.
does.
But he
Mm.
continuously is in my touch,
Mm.
and he's taking healings as and
Mm.
when he feels any block in the company
Okay.
with
Okay.
him with
Okay.
respect to his work. And this is a fabulous example that I can give. I see people don't take regular healings.
Mm.
People don't believe, they think if they have taken healing for 2 or 3 sessions, or if they have taken healings for 3 months, it's
All
enough.
their problems are solved. Yeah.
Yes, it's enough.
Mm.
They see the result. Definitely they see the result. But if you want to see the result which is
Massive.
beyond your
Mm.
imagination, then you have to believe that there is a possibility with through healing, and you
Mm.
come back to healing, come back for healing.
Because you feel a lot of layers, and of course, healing is a journey, and you will be needing healing.
Yeah.
Like, time to them, yeah. When you worked with him, what were the modalities you just applied on him? Like it was
I use more than 30 plus modalities in my work.
okay.
And
Mm.
every
Mm.
modality is not required by every client.
Everyone. Mm.
Sometimes for the same thing, something
Mm.
else is required, sometimes something else is required.
Okay.
Now, it is not that one thing is applicable for everyone.
Mm.
And I use all the modalities in a mixture.
Combination.
That
Mm.
modality doesn't remain as a modality, but it is a process that I follow, and I follow anything then.
Mm.
My whole job is to get my client to the place where he is or she is desiring to go.
Mm.
And that happens with all my clients.
Mm.
Since you asked with one client, I
Mm.
shared this experience with you.
and sharing this wonderful insight and the shift, massive shift, where people think certain things are not possible, but through healing and inner work, it is possible. It's
Yep.
really incredible to think how much of our financial reality we actually have the power to shift it just by working on our mindset and our relationship with our money and our
Yeah.
trauma works as such. Before we wrap up, where can our listeners connect with you if they'd like to learn more from you?
So they can reach me
Mm.
at my Insta handle at Coach Priyanka Panday, CoachPriyankaPanday, Priyanka Panday. And they can also find me on Facebook. They can find me on LinkedIn as well with the same name, Priyanka Pandey. And yes, I'm there. They can DM me to get in touch.
Thanks for tuning into Crazy Conversations with Coach Priyanka Panday about money. Remember, building wealth isn't just about numbers, it's about the way you think, feel, and create the money. Until next time, take care, bye bye.